Back here, your boy London and my man JT.
Yes, indeed.
What's up, Assertive Sigmas, BLD.com. We here. This is the third episode. We're gonna be talking about gun control. And I'm gonna read something for y'all real quick. If y'all don't know, the Second Amendment is a well-regulated militia being necessary to security of a free state. The right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. That's the Second Amendment, y'all. My man JT gonna play a little clip for y'all, a little 5-minute clip, and y'all tell us what y'all think. Go ahead, JT.
All right, y'all. So this, what's going on is Obama taking a forum, and he taking questions, and this guy had a question about gun control, and this guy was very direct with Obama, and he came with an appropriate response for this guy. All right, let's check it out.
We're gonna play this clip for y'all 5 minutes. Y'all check this out. Go ahead.
Why then do you and Hillary want to control and restrict and limit gun manufacturers, gun owners, and the responsible use of guns and ammunition to the rest of us, the good guys, instead of holding the bad guys accountable for their actions? And Mr. President, if I may, I'd like to use Chicago, your hometown, a city that has some of the strictest gun laws in the nation, a city that for decades and still is under Democratic control, a city that has an outrageous and even embarrassing murder rate as my first example. Why can't we round up these thugs, these drug dealers and gang members, and hold them accountable for their actions, or allow the good people in Chicago access to firearms to protect themselves?
Good. All right. Well, let me, it's a multi-part question, so let me just say a couple things. First of all, the notion that
Assertive Sigmas.
SIGS.
or Hillary or Democrats or whoever you want to choose
Assertive
are
ASSERTIV.
hell-bent on taking away folks' guns.
Yeah, ERTIVE.
Is just not true. And I don't care how many times the NRA says it. I'm about to leave office. There have been more guns sold since I've been president than just about any time in U.S. history. There are enough guns for every man, woman, and child in this country. And at no point have I ever proposed confiscating guns from responsible gun owners. So it's just not true. What I have said is precisely what you suggested, which is, why don't we treat this like every other thing that we use? We used to have really bad auto fatality rates. The auto fatality rate has actually dropped precipitously, drastically since I was a kid. Why is that? We decided we had seatbelt laws. We decided to have manufacturers put airbags in place. We decided to crack down on drunk driving and texting. We decided to redesign roads so that they were less likely to have a car bank. We studied what is causing these fatalities using science and data and evidence, and then we slowly treated it like the public health problem it was, and it got reduced. We are not allowed to do any of that when it comes to guns, because people, if you propose anything, it is suggested that we're trying to wipe away gun rights and impose tyranny and martial law. Do you know that Congress will not allow the Center for Disease Control to study gun violence? They're not allowed to study it, because the notion is that by studying it the same way we do with traffic accidents, somehow that's going to lead to everybody's guns being confiscated. When we talked about background checks, if you buy a car, if you want to get a license, first of all, you got to get a license. You have to take a test. People have to know that you know how to drive. You don't have to do any of that with respect to buying a gun. And when we talked about doing effective background checks, it was resisted, because the notion was we were going to take your guns away. I just came from a meeting today in the Situation Room in which I've got people who we know have been on ISIL websites, living here in the United States, U.S. citizens, and we're allowed to put them on the no-fly list when it comes to airlines. But because of the National Rifle Association, I cannot prohibit those people from buying a gun. This is somebody who is a known ISIL sympathizer, and if he wants to walk in to a gun store or a gun show right now and buy as many weapons as ammo as he can, nothing's prohibiting him from doing that, even though the FBI knows who that person is. So, sir, I just have to say respectfully that there is a way for us to have common sense gun laws. There is a way for us to make sure that lawful, responsible gun owners like yourself are able to use it for sporting, hunting, protecting yourself. But the only way we're going to do that is if we don't have a situation in which anything that is proposed is viewed as some tyrannical destruction of the Second Amendment. And that's how the issue too often gets framed.
All right. Obama broke that down, man.
That was a lot, man. He definitely broke that down, JC. I'm going to let you talk because you played the clip about gun violence. If you just tuned in with us, we sent the link out. It's Assertive Sigmas. You got your boy London, a man.
JT, Dr. Mindbender.
I know you're going to say Dr. Mindbender.
Dr. Mindbender.
Bend that mind. We're here talking about gun control. And JT has the facts. I have the opinion, and we're going to talk. If y'all want to call in and give us y'all feedback. But JT, I'm going to let you go. That clip, what I'm asking you, what made you want to play that clip? Like, what did you hear? What did you get from the clip?
What I took from it was we can't really infringe on nobody's Second Amendment. Okay. That's why we read it in the beginning. So what we can do is trying to hinder people that I will say not deserve weapons, mental illness. Yeah. Because you infringe on their rights also. They have rights also too.
They do.
And like the Obama said, we can't really stop them from getting guns. They sue us. They sue the government.
So cool question. And I know you're allowed to say. So you think it's okay for somebody with a mental illness to purchase a gun?
Okay, of course not. Okay. But they have rights.
They do. You're right.
You know, and they'll make it difficult with the law. We live in democracy. Versus a dictatorship, hey, what I say goes.
Basically. Okay.
So this the pros and cons of having democracy and dictatorship.
Okay.
Fascism.
Yeah.
Fascism is all about dictatorship. We hear this kind of words. Everybody get that gun, top of the, if you got a gun in your house, we're going to kill you.
Yeah.
And Fidel Castro in Cuba about 62 years ago, he told everybody, register a gun. So only person have a gun is the military, the Cuban military.
Wow. I'm glad we're not
so
like that.
He ran this country with an iron fist.
Yeah.
He knew every bullet and every gun in Cuba.
Yeah.
It was a dictatorship.
That's scary.
All right. But it's very effective. Nobody rose against him or his military.
I mean, they got no guns. They can't.
Military pull up in town, everybody's scared.
Yeah.
The biggest gang in town.
Yeah.
No crime, nobody getting robbed because you won't see Fidel Castro army. But the downside is you can't make no radio show. You can't do nothing unless he say so. So there's no habeas corpus, nothing.
Wow.
What he say goes. So it's pros and cons to this. So ain't nobody getting killed, nothing like that. Ain't no mass shootings. Because he find out about it, he going to take you out anyway.
Yeah, and if you get a gun, you got to get from the military. We stop everybody. Right. I'm glad our country's not like that. Thank you for America. We are in a great country. We can
yes, we are.
That Second Amendment helps us out a lot. But what was Obama really saying? I heard him speaking, but what was he basically saying?
The guy was coming at him saying like, yo, you from Chicago. Chicago got a lot of violence. You trying to run the country. You can run your own city where you came from. So how you going to sit and tell us about how you care about gun laws and stuff and try to take our guns away? So Obama was real slick. He said, well, look, anybody trying to take your guns away, okay? We're trying to limit people for killing people.
Yeah.
We're trying to work around the law, trying to manipulate the law.
Yeah.
So people understand what he's doing. Nobody's dumb, but it's a very fine line between dictatorship to what I can do with my gun and trying to look out for people.
Yeah.
And it's so hard to be a president of the United States.
I know. That'd be a lot of pressure.
So Obama was like this. I'm going to let y'all buy guns.
Yeah.
All right?
Okay.
But you're going to be followed by the FBI. Okay? You go to a gun shop, your name getting a register. for assault. I think assault rifles.
Yeah, assault rifle.
Anything that's out of ordinary, hey, you been followed by the FBI, Homeland Security.
I mean,
you been flagged.
I mean, I think that seems kind of fair if you buy a lot of guns for no reason.
Right. But Biden took it to another step.
What Biden do?
Biden said, "Hey, we're gonna tax you on your tax return."
Oh yeah, I think you was telling me about that at work. Tell him about that. Tell him about that.
I think you can Google this. I'm probably wrong, but you're gonna pay extra $150 for each gun you own. So you're gonna pay for it
in taxes.
And there's nothing in the law say that he cannot do that.
Okay, he said if y'all want to buy guns, they're gonna tax the hell out of y'all.
Right. And y'all to understand the first gun law is called the National Rifle Act of 1934. During the Prohibition time, the gangsters Bugsy Siegel and Capone had automated machine guns and rockets back then.
Yeah.
So they had to pass laws say, yo, you can't have this kind of stuff. Because the government had to go to war with the mafia. So it ain't the first time we had gun reform laws.
Yeah.
In 1934.
People were killing people back then.
All about the liquor. It was about the liquor.
Yeah.
People taking liquor, taking it home. And then the United States realized what they were doing is they had to tax the liquor. You know what I'm saying? Because people were stealing it. When the people had to decide to buy it.
Yeah.
You know what? They're going to buy it like sports betting. We're going to tax you now.
Yeah.
Everybody like to drink.
Yeah,
so what they started doing, they started taking the liquor off when the boat comes and selling to other people for higher prices.
Oh, wow.
Then they're trying to fight the police off that. So you had gun reform back then too, y'all. Yeah. Back in 1934 to 2022, people still busting at people.
So do you think it's gotten worse or better since then with guns? As far as facts, what do you think?
Oh, we got much better because the laws served the purpose back then. So back then, you can, them guns can shoot like 200 rounds per minute.
So what's your solution in stopping like the mass shooting it just happened recently? The guy went and killed all the kids. He was 18 years old. How can you, and then that same guy who shot up the Asians, he went in mass shooting. How do we try to prevent it? I mean, we can't completely stop it because can nobody have a gun?
I'm going to tell you
something. Stop it.
In a country of 330 million people, you can't really stop nothing. Yeah. Now, I heard back in Australia, they had a buyback.
Yeah.
You bring your own gun in, to give you some money, cut you a check.
Yeah.
But it's not Australia. You go to Texas and tell them, yo, we're doing a buyback. Ain't nobody going to come to the buyback. No. People in Texas love their guns.
Yeah. I love my guns.
So for that country, it worked for them.
Yeah.
Now, I told you about that thing what happened in Scotland. The damn knife attacks.
Oh yeah, knife attacks. Everybody on the guns might got a knife.
They've been in the street doing knife.
So when it breaks down, too, we're looking at it like guns don't kill people, people kill people.
Exactly.
Because somebody wants to kill you, they ain't got to shoot you, they just stab you.
Well, Obama said, like, yo, we can try to regulate people having them.
Okay.
We can't really stop nobody.
Nah, you can't.
So what happened in Scotland was people had a knife issue. People
that's somebody calling in.
Hit the answer.
Let me see. Somebody calling. We got a call. We go home. Hello, who is this? Yo.
Go ahead.
What's going on?
All right.
What's going on?
They'll call another show, BLD Radio.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, you know what I'm saying? You know, I'm a supporter. You know, I'm part of the fam. You know what I'm saying? This bigger.
This who?
This bigger.
I can't hear you. Who?
This bigger man.
Bigger man. Okay, what's good?
Ain't new, you know what I'm saying? I'm saying what's going on with the show.
Okay, go ahead, brother.
Oh yeah, this gun control. You hear we talking about it a little bit. You got something you want to say on gun control? Your opinion?
Well, you know what I'm saying? I ain't even listened to the show yet, but I had to call up though.
Man, I appreciate the love. Thanks for the love, man. And if y'all want to call in, you're watching the show. The number is 470-708-1833. I appreciate it, man. Just calling in, showing us love, man. Thanks a lot for that.
We need more of that.
We need more support, man. If y'all seeing us right now, man, call in and give us y'all feedback, man. Well, go ahead, JT.
Got it.
All right.
Thanks for calling in.
All right,
All right. So in Scotland with the knife issue, they had to pass laws to stop the knife fights was getting out of hand. So they had the police run up on people. Yo, you got a knife? You're gonna serve time. And you're gonna pay a fine.
So you mean to tell me in Scotland you could serve time for a knife?
It was getting out of control. People doing knife fights. They're that ruthless in Scotland. So to make a long story short, it went down dramatically. 80% of knife fights went down.
Because they started making knives illegal.
No, you can't even walk down the street with a knife.
Not even, hold on. So when you say knife, you mean like no size knife, not a long knife. You know, sometimes you can't have a 6-inch, 7-inch knife.
Anything registered as a dangerous weapon. In this case, as a knife. Yeah. But a butter knife, yo, you got on you for a reason.
Well, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It belong in the kitchen.
Yeah.
So there you have it. So Scotland did with their own thing, but they don't have a constitution though. They can do what the hell they want to do. So they took it upon their own hands to regulate that.
Yeah.
We have a constitution.
Yeah.
All right. We have a Second Amendment.
Second Amendment.
Now, the history of that, it was ratified in 1791 by James Madison.
Okay.
It was meant for the United States not to have an army.
Okay.
You can arm yourself.
Yeah.
Because back then, man, it was a lot of civil unrest.
Yeah.
You know, it was us versus us.
Basically, still like that now.
Right. So whoever control of the army controlled the nation.
Yeah.
So they passed the amendment. So if you get to that case, then it was a tyrannical federal government.
Yeah.
The people could arm themselves to go against the government.
Yeah. We can.
So you had the forefathers going against each other.
Yeah.
Because a couple of them had the power of the army.
Yeah.
And one didn't.
So hold on. Say that one more time. You said a fact. You said 1791. I think you said James Madison.
Yeah, ratified.
Ratified. What did he ratify again?
The Second Amendment.
The Second Amendment. Y'all, that's information. 1791, James Madison.
Yeah.
Ratified
the Second Amendment.
The Second Amendment.
Right.
I don't know. I didn't know that. I'm gonna give
Yes.
everybody information. Go
Yes.
ahead.
And you gotta understand, a lot of strife amongst the forefathers because people believe in one thing, want to run the country another way, another states trying to secede from the Union.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff going on. And it all seceded from Britain, Great Britain.
Yeah.
There was all I guess you can say terrorists to the Queen. They left Britain to come over to America to create a whole new society.
And they did.
With the 13 colonies. Yeah. So the first thing they had to pass was the Bill of Rights is 10 amendments. They call it the Bill of Rights.
Yeah.
And the Second Amendment very important.
Yeah.
So anytime the red coats come in,
yeah.
all right, I forgot what it was, the red coats or the blue coats, but you have the right to fight for your country.
Yeah.
Against the enemy because the army can't come and get your ass. Can't come save you in time.
Yeah.
So you can fight for your family.
Yeah.
Now people understand how important that amendment is.
Very important. I think all the amendments are very important. So, question for you: what do you think about this? And this is just me. I'm not speaking because I'm not racist. No, I love all people, but a lot of mass shootings are done by Caucasians. You rarely see, mass shootings of random people by people of color or any of the races. It's done usually by Caucasians. So, do you think, as far as purchasing guns, they should probably maybe not let Caucasians? Maybe not let Caucasians spread. We're gonna hold that. We have one more caller coming in. Y'all hold that thought. That question to ask you. Hold on. We're gonna answer this call. Let's see. Hello, BLD Radio. You got the boy JT in London. Who is this?
It's Armani, fool.
Armani back. What's up, Armani?
What's going on, my boy? On this road, I'm in Colorado right now.
You in Colorado? Okay. We doing the gun control, man. What you got to say about it? Give us a quick little 5 minutes. What do you think about gun control? What do you think in America?
Shit, it all depends, man. I think, I'm a gun guy.
You a gun guy? Okay.
I've been a gun guy for a long time.
Oh, I know you have a lot of guns. I remember.
I got. Now I done moved. Listen, so I moved to Vegas, and I started going out. I started going out with some with the white boys and shooting shit like that. And when I first started, they was like, "Hey, bro, like, how many guns you got?" Like, I got 2. They was like, "Bro, you gotta go buy more." Wow. So now I got 13 guns.
You got 13 guns? God damn.
Yeah. I buy 2 guns a year, 2 to 3 guns a year.
You ready to go to war, huh? You ready for the revolution when it starts? That's a lot of guns.
Yeah, and I keep buying them. So I buy, like I said, I buy 2 to 3 a year.
So I don't know if you watched the first part of the show.
Hold on for a second. Let me ask you a question real fast before we get going.
Go ahead.
Why?
Why?
Yes. Why so many?
Why not?
No, my question is why though.
But my question to you is why not?
No, I want to ask a question with a question. That's
okay. So this is the reason why. This is the reason why. When I sat down and I was dealing with these folks out here in Vegas, and they was teaching me how to shoot not just assault rifles, not just pistols, but they teaching me how to shoot sniper rifles and everything like that. And I'm able to shoot at almost 2,000 yards.
Okay.
Right. So I was always in the guns as a kid. You get what I'm saying? It was never nothing like, oh yeah, gun. No, I was always in the guns as a kid. So I buy them to protect myself, and I also have different calibers, right?
Yeah.
I have home defense rifles. I got home defense pistols. I got pistols that my baby mom can use, pistols that I can use. I told myself that I'm gonna get every caliber.
Every caliber.
every caliber.
So how many more you got to go? So basically, you're saying you like to collect guns because you got 13 guns.
Okay, so you're a collector
then.
then.
You're a collector because you only got one hand. So
use one at a time.
Yeah.
We use two at a time, actually.
Get two at a time, yeah. So I mean, so you basically you collect them. Question, and it's a question. Out of 13 guns, how many of them have you took to the range?
I took all of them to the range.
So you done shot all of them.
I shot it's two. It's two that I haven't shot. No, it's one that I haven't shot. Yeah, one I haven't shot because it's new.
Okay. But you shot in all of them though.
I've shot in all of them.
Okay.
Okay, now which one of them are assault rifles?
I have 2 assault rifles.
2. Your AR-15?
2 AR-15s. One compact and then one full size 16 inch.
Okay. Now I have an AR-15 pistol and the Glock 17. And I was a Marine. I taught on the range. I taught Marines how to shoot. Okay. So I've been around guns at a very young age as a teenager. And I thought that's inappropriate, but it is what it is. They put you on the range, you're on the range. And I see some bad things in Marines. And it wasn't really a necessity to have them training with assault all the time. A lot of times we use our pistol more in combat than anything.
Yeah, correct.
It's the pistol that got us by. But nevertheless, we have assault in America through assault rifles. Now, in my opinion, if you try to ban those, people go through the black market and still get them.
Yeah, they still gonna find a way to get the gun no matter what.
The thing about it is now is that they should have did this 30, 40 years ago.
Well, they did back in 1934.
But it didn't work. You got to. So this is what America is. With a lot of people.
Hey, Armani, hold on, Armani. You got us on speakerphone or you got us on the phone?
You're on the phone.
Okay, you ain't on the speakerphone, are you?
No.
Because it sound real low, but go ahead.
Okay, so here, let me turn on the volume.
Yeah, turn the volume.
So you can hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you better. Go ahead.
Okay, so what a lot of people don't understand is that America's a business.
Yep.
This is a business. America was only built as a business off of UK, off of the United Kingdom, right?
Yeah.
So anything and everything that happens, somebody's getting paid.
Yep. All about money.
Anything. And I say this so that like you was in the military. I don't know your name, my boy. What's your name, brother?
JT.
So you was in the military, right? How long you was in the military?
5 years.
Iraq?
5 years.
Okay. Did you go to Iraq?
No.
You didn't go to Iraq?
No.
Iraq. Okay. So I have some military buddies that's top-ranking military guys that I met out in Vegas, right? And one of the dudes that was deployed to Iraq was on a special mission, right? He said his whole job while he was in the military the first 3 years was go and collect gold.
That's very real.
He said right now to this day, he said it's so many shipping containers sitting at the dock in California, in Miami, all over, wherever it's a shipping dock, it's so many shipping containers that's being watched. They waiting for somebody to come pick them up. He said they used to get stuff, break it down, put it in a shipping container, and ship it back to the United States.
Oh wow!
So I want to ask you a question. So when to identify the problem and solutions. So we stated the problem. What is your solution, in your opinion?
So the problem. So
somebody else calling. Go ahead, because I asked my. Go ahead.
I got you real quick. So the solution to the problem right now is that you can do universal background checks, which they should have been started doing. You got to make sure folks ain't crazy, man. Because if you're giving the wrong people a firearm, of course something bad gonna happen. That's simple.
The question is, people got mental illness don't have a history of doing no crime.
They don't have like a background. People who got mental illness, like he might like kind of like the dude that killed the people. I think the guy who killed all the kids. He didn't have no background, so it was he just went and bought the gun.
And they still got rights to buy guns.
Yeah, they still got rights. So legally. He didn't have no background. So how would we stop people like that from getting guns if he don't have a background? If he ain't did nothing,
he still got rights.
Yeah, they say he still got rights. So how do you stop?
Obama said that.
But that goes back to a universal background check. A universal background check is just not going to like check your background, like, okay, you good enough, you 21 or you 18. Well, 18 years old, you can buy a rifle. You 18 years old. But a universal background check also has to do with your mental.
Yeah, but on that clip I played,
right?
it's very important I played that clip in the beginning. Obama said that nothing we can do about people with their mental illness because they still have rights. You can't infringe on their rights.
So with the bill that they just passed is called something called the boyfriend law.
Yeah, Biden law.
Yeah. Which in turn states that if you ever had any domestic violence ever on your record, you can't buy a firearm. Or if you ever had any kind of attack or violence on
they just passed that law?
Your grandma.
Yeah. Oh, well, they proposed it. Yeah.
They proposed that law?
They proposed that law. That's in the bill.
Okay. Because I got some of mine,
they get passed
right now. Hope it don't get passed. Because they're going to fuck me.
The thing about it is that, man, I feel like every black man, every black woman, every black child should know about firearms, should know how to shoot, should know how to do XYZ. Because if every other race is going to do it, why we ain't that fundamental with guns? And I also understand that, you know, you're dealing with young folks now too that just shooting everything up just to shoot everything up. We're not gonna just say it's a color or creed, because you know somebody that's gonna kill somebody, they come in all colors. It don't matter what it is. See, the difference about us, about black folks, is that we gonna hurt the person that hurt us. We're not trying to kill everybody.
Yeah.
Well, you know, I mean, you know,
when it comes down to other races, I can't get in their mindset because I'm not no other race.
Yeah. Right.
Like I'm black and Asian.
Well, it don't come down to a race. You dealing with mental illness. Mental illness has no race card.
Mentally, but you also got to think about what folks went through growing up.
But like a lot,
but you can't really define
a lot of those but like I said, a lot of those mass shootings are done by usually Caucasians. You rarely see any other race.
Well, it's more whites than anybody. That's why.
You're right, it's more race, but you don't see no black people killing any random people in schools.
Right.
It's usually white people. You don't see nobody going in the church killing nobody. It's white people that are doing that. And I say I'm just that's what I'm saying.
I'm gonna be careful making it to a race show. You know what I'm saying? Because I think mental illness has no color. But the reason why you see more whites doing the other race, because that's 70% white people in America.
Yeah.
So our sheer numbers, they're gonna be more white. They're gonna kill you than anybody.
You're right, but you would still have at least one black person did it at least one time.
We did have one now. DC Sniper. He was black.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he was black. Yeah. He was black.
We're not gonna. I ain't gonna blame it on race either, but it also deals. It's a lot of different parts that goes into that, right?
Yeah.
And one thing that somebody said that I was listening to, I can't remember where I heard it at, but this female was talking, and she said that why if black people so violent, if we're so violent and we want to hurt everybody and we want to do all these things, why if you go to Jamaica or somewhere where it's all black folks, the crime rate is low?
Well, different kind of culture in Jamaica, though.
It's a different kind of culture.
Yeah,
it's a very different culture.
Yeah, the U.S. black man different from the Jamaica black man.
But it's also all black folks. It's not too many white folks that's in, in Jamaica.
Well, United States, it's kind of not going with the topic of the show, but the black on black crime is real bad in America.
Yeah.
And so we do it to each other. Tupac said that in 1995 in the MTV interview. It ain't them killing us, it's us killing us. And when Pac said that, he got killed.
Yeah.
And a lot of folks turned on Pac.
Yeah, a lot of people did. It's also too, man, we don't have no leaders. We don't got nobody that stand up with us.
Well, you do got a leader yourself. You don't need nobody that'll stand up for you. You stand up for yourself.
Like as a
like a Malcolm X, Martin Luther King.
As a coach, like Martin Luther King.
Yeah, but you don't need that though. White folks don't have that. The Latinos don't have that. You got to respond for yourself. You don't need a leader. You need to lead yourself.
But you also got to think about it too. Like who's guiding the youth? Remember when we was coming up?
Well, hopefully your parents.
Me and London around the same age. Me and I don't know how old you are, JT, but me and London around the same age. We had older folks that we looked up to. Or we had OGs. We call them OGs. But we had somebody that we paid attention to. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Hey, Crane, come here.
That's very convenient.
we had that like I've known London since we was like 13, 14 years old. Maybe I started hanging around London like we were 17, 17, 16 years old. And his daddy, London Pop really instilled some stuff in us. I don't know if everybody was listening, but I was listening to London Dad a lot. You get what I'm saying?
That's good, man. It take a village. But I'm gonna tell you something. Yeah. What's going on with these mass shootings is the parents are in the home.
Yep.
The parents are there. People don't understand the meaning of mental illness.
Yeah.
That's what people can't really grasp their mind around.
Yeah.
Now it runs in my family. I go to all them little group sessions. I learned when I shut the hell up and took time to listen. I was like, what the hell? People actually think like this?
Yeah.
And it blow your fucking mind, man.
Because like sometimes you get the people, well, people don't think like me. Because sometimes that's what I thought.
People
don't think nothing. Like people have a wild, crazy mindset. But hey, Armani, call back in a little bit. I got somebody else trying to call in. Call back if you can, like towards the end. We could talk some more. But I got somebody else trying to call in.
Go ahead, let them talk.
All right, I call you back, boy? I appreciate it. Yeah. All right, we got another caller. We're gonna limit these calls like 5 minutes.
All right, that's cool.
Hello, another caller.
They call?
Call him, but it's not answering.
Oh man, it jammed up.
Yeah, it look like
I got to close out.
Oh no, we got a caller coming in for some reason. I don't know.
Call back.
Kareem, I don't know if your phone is.
Hey, Kareem,
it's not letting me answer it. Somebody was calling, but they ain't let me answer. He probably, hey, call back if you just call back. Call me one more time. I was trying to answer, but it didn't let me answer.
What? 6572, right?
Somebody was calling. There you go, call me.
There we go.
Hello?
Yeah.
Yo, what up?
What's good?
Who is this?
What's up, man? London, what's good?
What's good, Ramsey? You calling in to tune in real quick on our gun control. We got 5 minutes. Go ahead.
Yes, sir, man. I'm gonna make it really quick. So
what's your problem and solution?
Well, the problem, of course, is we see it as gun control, right?
Okay.
As a gun control issue, but the problem is not guns, all right? Guns effectively are tools, and how you use that tool will determine its effectiveness. Mm-hmm. The problem is in people's minds right now.
Mental illness.
Just to simplify it, right? I'm going to simplify it just to this. When you market fear, you are selling violence.
Say it again.
And when you market fear, you are selling violence.
Okay.
And in the economy, in the world that we live in now, we market a lot of fear.
Mm-hmm.
And people, when they're fearful, they respond with violence.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And in order to curtail the violence issue that we're having, it's not about controlling the tools and the access to the tools that people can use for violence, because realistically, people are smart. We're creative.
Yeah, we are.
We can use anything for violence. Anything can become a weapon.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
So the issue is not guns. The issue is not guns. The issue is that we are marketing fear, and the result is that we're selling violence.
Okay, well, it kind of, first off, you made a legit point. Now, the upside to that is the murder rate went down since 1993 because everybody buying guns.
Okay.
The murder rate has went down dramatically since 1993. Because back in the early 90s and the 80s, the dope epidemic, it was getting out of hand.
Yeah.
Folks were, killing each other inside the house.
I know. It's getting crazy, man. I wasn't born, but it was
right. So
crazy.
Everybody started buying guns, man. Murder rate went down across the whole United States.
Yeah.
So the upside is you having a gun, you feel more protected. People ain't gonna be trying you.
Yeah.
But the downside is people are doing mass shootings that has mental illness.
Mental illness.
Then again, the people who are doing these mass shootings, when you really look down deep at it, they are fearful of something. The person who shot up that grocery store, obviously fearful of another race. It all boils down to a degree.
Well, that's mental illness, though.
Yeah, it is.
When I have a weapon, right? Somebody, for instance, my house got shot up a few years ago. Random shooting, July 3rd, night before.
Damn, I remember that.
Celebrations, right? House gets shot up.
Sorry to hear that.
Took 4 hours to get to my house, and their suggestion to me was to get a gun. Right? So what that gun is supposed to do is offer me a degree of comfort that I'm able to defend myself. Therein hereby reducing the amount of fear that I have to walk with by having this weapon. So by me having a weapon, I'm less likely to be fearful, right? And just like any other animal, bro, we are animalistic in nature. We sense fear. So when somebody's around you and they sense fear, they know that you're a target. You can automatically assume that you're a target.
Yeah. So question, how do you the solution? How
regulate
do we
that?
Yeah, solution. How do we get it where we can cut down on these mass shootings? Like without taking everybody's gun away.
Market less fear, market more love. If we could put love in the hearts of everybody. I'm not talking about just love as an emotion and as a thing we just think about. I'm talking about a genuine caring for human life.
Okay. But what about the people who have mental illness?
If we can show people what it is to genuinely care about human life, then we'll be less likely to take human life.
Okay.
You see, the issue right now is that people don't see value in human life.
Yeah.
That's very true.
We see value in the dollar bill.
Yeah, but if you got somebody,
you still got mental illness you got to deal with.
If you got somebody with mental illness, the people that's killing people in the school, they don't even value their life because half the time they kill themselves. So they kill everybody, then they shoot themselves. So they don't even care about their life.
I'm not sure how you deal with mental illness.
But where do you think this illness comes from?
I don't know.
Oh, that's family DNA. It could be hereditary.
It could be hereditary.
Mental illness, oftentimes it starts as an extrinsic factor that becomes internalized intrinsically, and then that person ends up behaving as a result of that external
well, hold on. Well, to some degree that is true, but you got to stand by hereditary DNA. Do you believe in DNA?
But where do you think that comes from?
Oh, for lineage, the gene pool. Your mother, your grandmother, your grandfather, slavery. I mean, DNA is DNA.
Genetic memory, right? So we create the memories that go into our genetics. So until we start changing what we're putting into ourselves, we're never going to change the genetic.
Bro, if it were that easy, it would that easy, we would benefit that.
Yeah, I mean, so hold on. So let's say this: the 18-year-old, the 18-year-old that shot up the school with the kids. Let's say he's only been living 18 years. So you're saying that possibly he went through something within those 18 years to get him to that point. But JT's saying it was within his grandmother,
predisposed
mother, somebody down that line had something.
It runs in my family. My grandmother had my great grandmother had it. My grandmother had it. My mom had it. And my mom was a twin. And her twin, that's a story in itself. It comes through DNA. And
you know what? But at the same time, we can't just stop there, right? Because as many years as it took to impact our DNAs, is it take to change it.
Yeah.
But it has to.
You can't fix that. I mean, you have no control over that. You know that, right?
The point is that it has to start somewhere.
Yeah.
And we know that fear and selling fear is definitely
contributing
the way to go.
So question. Who is selling the fear? You saying the government is selling fear?
The media.
So let's question.
When's the last time?
If the media is selling,
I'm not sure how to do mental illness.
So let's listen. If the media is selling fear, right? Let's say you got people behind the desk. They're selling fear. If they're selling this fear, they can't be too bright because that fear, anybody can get shot in a mass shooting. Even their children can get killed. A mass shooting is random people getting killed. So even the people who's pushing the fear, if they are pushing the fear, but they still can get. I mean, they're still not outside of this.
Whose faces are the ones that people are taught to be afraid of?
Black people.
Exactly.
Well, now it's white people because they're doing mass shootings.
You're right.
Well, they're doing mass shootings, but
hold on, we got another caller. Rams, we got another caller. Can we hit you right back? Hold on one second.
Yeah, anytime.
All right, hold on. Hello.
Shalom, my brothers.
How you doing? This is London and JT. Who we speaking with?
This is Trey.
Trey?
Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
What's up, Trey? What you think about gun control? Have you been watching the show?
Yeah. I've been watching the show, y'all. Great conversation, great subject, if anything.
Okay, thank you.
I'll just say I'm an OG.
Okay.
Been around since the 60s. I'm from Oakland.
Okay.
And mental illness is probably third on the list, maybe even second, but I'm gonna go third on the list.
Okay.
Of the issues with the gun problems or the shootings, whatever you want to call it. It's the culture, y'all.
Okay.
I have been able to watch 3 generations of culture changing. Yeah, like I said, I've been around since the mid '60s, man. So I done watched the Black Panthers did what they did. You know, Tupac coming to Oakland. I was in the music business, all that in Oakland. That's another story.
Okay.
But the thing is, y'all, it's the culture. Back in the '50s and '60s, a lot of people had mental illness.
Okay.
Caucasians, blacks, whoever. They had mental illness, but you didn't hear about or see nothing about shootings like this.
That's not true. That's not true.
And it's,
That's not true.
But explain that.
Okay, in 1925, the Bath shooting. You heard about the Bath shooting?
Yeah, that's you pointing out one situation. I definitely know about that. But we talking about in
that's
general,
the worst ever in history of the United States of America. That's the worst.
Yeah, that's one situation.
What's quite a few since then. I mean, we can Google it. We can Google it. Now in the 20s, a lot of times people don't go that far. You talk about the 20s and the 30s and 40s.
Denying that.
Yeah, I was just happy when it had the media.
It has broadened. Yeah, it has broadened. You know, since then
we got better. We got better. It was way worse in the 20s and the 30s.
Well,
he's saying it's been.
That's another.
He's saying it's been less shootings since 1993.
Back then,
less shootings.
Back then, they had schoolhouses back then, little house on the prairie style. They were killing them kids. They were bumming the whole schoolhouse, killing kids straight up. Papers and desks flying everywhere. We came such a long way since then. Yeah, always been around in our culture.
No. See, that's the thing I'm saying. Yeah. I'm not saying that it never happened.
Well, worse, it got better.
I'm talking about the percentage of it happening. You know, if you want to go 20% in the 20s, it went up to 40% this time. That, yeah, we can go that route. But I'm never gonna say these things never happened. But since the 60s, 70s, 80s, especially from the 80s and 90s, it got worse. It's because of the culture. Our children are being more exposed to death than any time before.
Okay. You're saying the culture as far as black people or culture? What do you mean by culture? Explain culture. What do you mean culture? Like the music,
culture,
the TV?
As in what you see on TV, what you hear coming out your speakers. It feel like this. Like I said, I was in the music business.
Yeah.
I watched the beginning of gangsta hip hop. I promoted it, y'all.
Yeah.
I promoted Ruthless Records. I was right there. I'm talking to Eric Wright and such and such stuff like that, and Master P. You know what I'm saying? Because he, you know, I've been there in the music business. And what I'm saying is once this started in around 88, 89, it flourished so bad, so quickly to where we at right now. I mean, I just got through watching a video of people just constantly just robbing people, stealing, shooting for no reason.
Yeah. So
what that wasn't happening in the 60s or the 70s, y'all, when I was there. It wasn't happening. I ain't gonna say at all, but
not as much.
Amount.
Not as much. So hold on, a question before you go into JT. One quick question. So what about the shootings that done, like, you know, the shooting that was done in the grocery store, the shooting in the school? These are most people, they're not really our culture. They're not black. Let's say they're Caucasians, but they're killing random people with assault rifles. They're 18, 19. And I get what you're saying. You mean like the whole culture as far as black people, we have been killing each other, and the music has played a role in that. I'm not disagreeing that. It definitely has played a role. The music, what we see on TV, and that is a far gun control. But what about the Caucasians or the Mexicans or whoever that came in and they killing random people? It isn't over any gangs, no music. They just get a gun, go somewhere and just kill people. Like going to church and just shoot people up. What do you think is that mental illness? And if so, what do we do to stop this? Like, what's the solution in your opinion? What would be the solution of that?
When you're talking about Caucasians doing these mass shootings in school, yeah, that's 100% true. We ain't got Negroes doing that. We don't have that mentality. Like, we don't swim like that.
Yeah.
You ain't find us in the ocean, you know what I'm saying, or skydiving. Negroes don't do that.
So I'm gonna cut y'all. I went skydiving, but go ahead. I went skydiving 10 years ago.
You see what I'm saying? I'm talking about about in general now.
I know. I'm just playing. I know. I'm just playing.
But no, I ain't trying to stereotype or nothing. But when it comes to the Caucasians doing that, that's more of the arrogancy part of the Caucasian.
Not the mental health.
If you want, I mean, that's a thin line to cross and say it's mental illness from arrogancy. I'm a white person, and I feel like I'm gonna go shoot up a bunch of black folks because I can do that, and I feel like I can get away with it because I see these other white folks that gets away with it and get fed Burger King,
I remember that
stuff like that. So it's a different mentality when it comes to see each shooting. You have to really understand that person's background before you say it's mental. I mean, you got children that grew up in well-financed homes with both parents, and they're still out there shooting.
You're right.
So what is the mental part of it? That's what I'm saying. It's a thin line.
Both parents don't mean that mental illness because they have a history of mental illness also.
You say what now?
I said because they have two parents don't mean they have a history of mental illness. Because a lot of times the parents have a history of mental illness also. Those two parents.
Well, see, that's what I'm saying. It's you have to go by each case.
Right. They shooting in Vegas. That guy on the top of the building. He killed all those people. It was a older white man.
I remember.
And he had modified AR-15. Right. And kind of find out he was really loony. He was certified mental illness.
Right.
So it's not a color thing. You gotta understand the mind. Right. When you predispose DNA to mental illness, the government can't figure it out yet. You got very smart people trying to work on this. Okay. And you can't infringe on their rights to buy a gun. Now, I played that clip for a reason, beginning of the show. Obama said, we know the people have mental illness, but we can't stop them from buying the gun. Then they sue the government. They'll sue Homeland Security. We cannot stop these people. And they know these people have mental illness, but they have no history, no background. They'll lower you up and win.
Yeah.
We don't. So my question would be to y'all is the gun laws that they just passed, because I know somebody asked the question if Joe Biden signed that bill into law, and he did. He signed that into law. So
he did sign into law.
Yeah, the red flags is about to jump off, y'all. It's about to jump. See, everything we talking about is cool and all that, but the main objective or the conclusion of the matter, y'all, they're trying to get the guns out of our hands.
Yeah.
They don't care about the mental people, man. They don't give a damn about them.
They need to.
It's about the citizens. They need to get the guns out of our hands. I mean, you seeing what the white boy doing in Canada. Look what he's doing, just right across the border. It's only, if I'm correct, correct me if I'm wrong, I think there's only 3 countries, I think it's us, Brazil, and I can't think of the other one, that have the gun laws that we have. That's it. Once them are gone, y'all. We could go into the conspiracy theories and all that, whatever. But once that happens, that they take all the guns from the citizens, the United States, it's over, y'all.
Oh, yeah, we fucked.
I mean, I got people across the sea that I talk to in the UK and this and that, and they tell me, they say, y'all are the last hope of us. Y'all are our last hope, because everywhere else on this planet, they have strict gun laws. Oh, excuse me, Brazil, Mexico, and the United States. There's the only 3 left that has the gun laws that we have.
So say that one more time. Say that one more time for everybody here. We only got 3 countries left: America, Brazil, and Mexico. If you didn't catch that, they have the where you can own guns. Like
we are the only we are the only what you want to quote unquote call superpower, well-armed militia left on this planet, y'all.
That's scary.
Yeah, very scary. So that's why that female in New York said, damn the Supreme Court, I'm going to make the laws I want to make. So you can't carry here, you can't carry there, you can't carry nowhere in New York. Is what that governor said. She just signed into law the other day. See, our problem is, my brothers, like I said, I'm going in my 60s. The problem is with us Negroes, on this continent, I don't care about anywhere else on this planet, is that we concentrate on the wrong stuff.
I
agree with that.
I agree.
We focus on BET Awards. We focus on hip hop.
Anything that make money.
We focus on sex. We focus on drugs, cars,
everything,
jewelry, clothing. That's what we focus on, man.
So, question for you: what would be a solution to the gun control? What would you think should happen? Because it said some people saying everybody shouldn't be able to get a gun because he's mass shooting, but we also do need guns still. Like we have to defend ourselves. So what would be your solution, real quick? Then I'm gonna let JT talk.
Everybody should be who's a legal citizen should be armed. Let me explain myself when I say
everybody.
That. See, I retired in Arizona. I'm in Arizona right now, so I'm in a concealed carry, open and carry, all that. You know what I'm saying? So every day, y'all, and I put this out to the world. Every day, I put on my strap. I put it on, dog. I put it on every day. It's like if I go out this house for 5 minutes, if it's just go to the post office, I'm taking my strap. If I'm just going to the grocery store 2 minutes away and I'm just going to be in there for 3 minutes, I'm taking my strap.
You never know.
Because when I go into the stores, I go to all these stores that, again, remember, I can, carry mine on my waist to conceal. Not conceal. I ain't got to have no permit or nothing. Arizona is it's the thing to do if you about the firearms.
Yeah.
But I go into the stores, y'all. I'm just giving y'all a picture of what I see while there's going to be a problem if people don't wake up. Is I am the only one in the store with a strap on. So if you got a mental person come in that store with a gun, ain't nobody there to save nobody but myself.
Nope.
That's the problem that we have. So instead of trying to take away guns from people who could say, well, there's 4 or 5 people in this store with a gun, we could take him out.
Yeah, you're right.
If we got body armor or not, we heading for the head, the toes, everything. We going for everything. So, let's everybody get together. Because we got 10 guns in the store.
Yeah, so basically your solution, you saying everybody just need to get strapped up because there's more people that basically will protect themselves versus people who are going crazy. So like the mass shooting in, I think it was New York, he came in there and a security guard actually tried to shoot him. They tried to one guy tried to kill him, but the security guard got killed because the guy had on body armor. But you're saying if it was more people who had guns, they could have took him out faster. Basically.
That is 100%.
Okay.
That's what should be happening. No doubt about it. But they're going to try to eliminate that. See, let me explain something to y'all before I get off, because I know probably somebody else tried to call.
Okay.
But let me explain something about some history, y'all. Okay. Like I said, I'm from Oakland. I'm from that era of the Black Panthers. I'm watching the movie The Mac being made. So I go that back far. Okay. Yeah. Now, if y'all know the situations with the Black Panthers, and I'm calling them out right now, right now on social media, I'm calling their asses out. Now, the Black Panther, if you remember, they took Sacramento. I think it was 1966, I think it was 66, 67. They took Huey Newton and Bobby Seale and all of them took all them rifles and guns to the capital of Sacramento. They did that for a reason, y'all, because we got sellout Negroes out here. See, Ronald Reagan was the governor of California at the time. And as soon as that happened, Ronald Reagan signed so many damn gun laws, y'all, that it's still in effect today that you cannot carry a gun until this last, Supreme Court decision. Now you can, but Newsom is going to do the same thing that Governor Holcomb in New York is going to do. He's going to, you got to see, because New York's saying you have to, what they say, you have to show your social media accounts.
Yeah, they all got some of the strict gun laws in the country.
Wow.
Yeah, de Blasio and Kuma made sure of that.
Yeah, so they just made it worse from the law that was in place for 100 years. So this is how these people's plan. They will use sellouts. They will use COINTELPRO agents. They will use PSYOPs and have people go into stores and shoot people so they can pass gun laws. I'm not saying people is not dying in these shootouts or these mass shootings and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But everybody got to understand a lot of things is not, how can I say, Well, I'll just say a lot of things are contrived.
You're right. I definitely agree. Thanks for calling in. Trey, call in if you can, man. We be up here every weekend, Saturday, 7 to 8.
I'll definitely be locking y'all in, my brothers.
Yes, man. Call, because that's great conversation, man. Thanks a lot.
All right, have a good one, y'all.
Yeah, you too. All right.
Thanks, Trey. Go ahead, JT. What do you got to say?
So far, I kind of like the responses. People have solutions.
Yeah, and I like his solution. He said,
I want to say I like it, but it's a solution.
Because I mean, if more folk had guns and like more people, you think about it, it's more responsible people than irresponsible. So most folks you see in the grocery store, if everybody in the grocery store had a gun, I mean, everybody gonna pull it out.
Okay, check this out.
Go ahead.
From 2007 to 2017.
Okay, 10 years.
I read it had 495 mass shootings.
400 and how many?
95 in 10 years.
10 years. Ooh, that's a lot.
That's not a lot. Out of 330 million people in the United States.
Okay. So
that's
hold
like
on. That
1 point.
Let's round it up though. That's 500. Let's say 500.
Okay.
You said 4. Let's say 500 mass shooting, but it's not saying how many people they killed. How many people did they kill in the mass shooting?
Oh, they said mass shootings.
So
when that being said, you have a better chance to get hit by lightning.
They get a mass shooting.
Yeah. In other words, when it happens, how the mind work is anecdotal evidence. So when you see it, you explain it. It's real.
Yeah.
You think it's gonna happen to you next.
Yeah.
So it's not reality. It happens, and damn thing we can do nothing about it.
Yeah.
But it's gonna be okay. We need laws like back in 34, like you said about Reagan. We need laws like that.
Yeah.
But since you're going outside and getting shot, it's not gonna happen.
Well, depending on what area you in, some places are bad or worse than others.
Well, we're referring to mass shootings.
Mass shootings.
Yeah. So you don't need to walk around strapped up. So well, have everybody strapped. Hey,
what about
one day a dude might have a bad day?
Yeah,
it might pop at you.
What if it's not a mass shooting? It's just a shooting. What if it's not a mass shooting? It's shooting. We're gonna say mass shooting because gun control isn't really mass shooting.
Well, we're talking about mass shootings.
Yeah, we would
gun control, man.
Gun control. So you're saying 500 in 10 years. Out of 500, let's say 500.
So in other words, there's a stronger people getting shot from domestic violence, from your loved ones, people that you know in your household. And it's pistol. It's the pistol's what killing people.
Okay.
People that you know. So people that you know, your loved ones, your family, your friends,
I'll kill you before.
Those are the ones gonna kill you way more faster than a mass shooting.
So you need to watch
walking outside, be a red dot on your chest ain't gonna happen.
Oh wow. So yeah,
it's domestic violence.
So we need to watch. Y'all hear that? Watch the people, your loved ones, family members, friends.
Yes.
You have a better chance of getting shot by them,
by your loved ones,
than a random person
within your house.
Yeah, I agree on that.
And we're not talking about that because you see stuff like this on TV. You're like, oh, it's gonna happen to me. No, it's not gonna happen to you.
Yeah, but that's part of what Randall's saying. They're pushing that fear.
Yeah.
Push it on TV.
So I also fear everybody get a gun too. That's fear.
Yeah.
The call before they talk about preach more love. That's not love. Getting a gun is not love.
Yeah.
One guy say one thing on his perspective. Other guy said do another thing.
Yeah.
Perspective. I see no wrong or right in that.
Yeah.
Both had legitimate points.
Yeah, they did.
But let's deal with stats. You get killed by your friend, your family first.
Yeah, I agree.
Then a guy walking out here to want to shoot your ass
randomly.
All right, it's not gonna happen, bro.
Yeah.
All right, you have no worries.
Yeah, but see what the media does? They push that
They
fear.
push that fear.
So when it's time to vote, it's like, oh, everybody's scared.
Yeah.
Vote for this because we didn't put so much fear out there.
They want to put these social programs on you, on your pay stub. Okay, and push programs like we're gonna pass this bill. The bill costs money.
Yeah,
who's gonna pay for it? Taxpayers.
Exactly.
And the money don't go to the right places. It go to rich people pockets. It's a hustle, y'all.
Yeah.
It ain't gonna happen. You're not gonna get shot in Publix. Okay. You need to walk around with a pistol. That's crazy talk. Okay. Yeah. Worry about your home. When you going away and your son get the gun.
Yeah.
You got made his friends outside.
You
got to do it at school today.
That's more likely to happen. That's very.
Then
likely.
You getting shot by a long range damn fucking 7.62.
Yeah, a DC sniper.
Bro, it ain't gonna happen. It's not. You're not going down like that.
You got a better chance of hitting the lottery.
Right. So don't get too carried away about this. Man, everybody be strapped up, be ready. Nah. Watch out for your friends and family.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Don't take one argument. Y'all hate each other.
Yep.
Yeah. So we need to preach that, man. Yeah, better chance to get hit by lightning than get shot by a bullet out here.
Okay, so your take on gun control, your solution would be.
Solution would be there's no solution.
There is no solution. Just keep stuff.
We all need to get along better.
We don't need to pass no more laws. Maybe a little bit more.
Laws are good. Laws are good because you need laws to regulate people.
Yeah. What kind of laws like you think they'll use?
Gun control laws. I think what they did back in 34 was very impressive because they had to stop the gangsters from killing shooting at the cops. They had automatic machine guns, man.
Yeah.
Bussy, Siegel, Cabone. They was winning the wars against the cops. They were being the cops.
They bold.
So I understand what they had did back then. I understand what they're doing now. I don't never knock it because people not dealing with mental illness. We blow past it. Even these college blow past it.
Yeah.
One dude says third on the list.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
He said second. He said second and third. He said the culture was first.
High in the world, not first.
So I say this. I say what he was saying was the culture as far as the. I don't think he's saying the mass shooting.
He's saying that white folks are arrogant. No, he's trying to say they're arrogant. We're the dominant race. We're gonna do what we want to do. No, he's trying to say no. It's way bigger. He's dealing with the mind. The mind is complex.
Yeah.
If you predisposed to mental illness, it carries through the bloodline.
Yeah.
All right. Back in the day, they did shock therapy, inhumane things to people.
You could be like, it can be in your DNA, but sometimes, like he was saying, the culture, the TV, the rap, that plays a part in the violence too. Because they make it like being a gangster's cool these days.
It feeds into a lot of times you have copycat killers too.
Yeah, you do.
Because after them dudes shot them kids in Uvalde,
yeah,
then dude went down, kicked them on people in the grocery store, them black people in the grocery store.
Mm.
It was a copycat.
You want to do the same thing
because you're dealing with mental illness. People are like, yo, he did, I can do it.
Mm.
I get the attention, I get the notoriety, and they might love me anyway. Now I kill myself. Now I'm a martyr.
Everybody know me.
Everybody know me now.
Everybody.
I go down in infamy. So you got to watch mental illness, man. They'll come here and shoot this thing up.
Yeah. I think my solution would be kind of like what you said. I don't think there's no really set solution to stopping people. Because even if you took all the guns out of everyone's hands,
go to the black market.
If a black market, or if someone wants to stab you with a knife, or some people want to choke you to death. I mean, if they want to poison your food, if people want to kill you, they're gonna find a way to kill you.
I like what Scotland did. They had the cops that run up on random people. You got a knife on you? You're gonna pay a fine and you going to jail. After a while, you start walking around with a knife because these cops are being bullies.
Yeah.
They're infringing on your rights.
Yeah.
It went down 80%.
What about the people that have a knife to protect themselves?
Going to jail.
Even trying to protect themselves.
Man, it went down 80%. Sometimes, like when you eat a steak, sometimes you take off that fat.
Yeah.
And sometimes the good meat is stuck on the fat. The good meat's still good meat.
Yeah.
But it has to go too. You throw away the good people too. That mean no harm.
Yeah.
Because the fat go. Yeah.
Innocent get caught in the crossfire all the time.
That's how I work, man. I mean, life is not fair, y'all. But when you're dealing with a government, they gotta do what they gotta do for the better of the people. So I understand what Biden doing. You know, he ain't trying to hurt nobody. NRA is pissed. Now I read an article about the NRA. They said that this so-called red flag bill is infringing on people's rights. And NRA do have a point because we have the Second Amendment and they're trying to amend it, but it's been amended over like 120 times.
Dang.
Yeah, so it's been going on for a long time, y'all. Because what the guy I was talking about wasn't that bad in the 50s and the 60s and the 70s. We didn't have the media like that back then.
So you didn't see what was going on.
Stuff was going on back then too.
It just wasn't so, hey. Now you see everything.
Right. Now I was talking about that bath killing in Michigan. The dude had got mad because his farming situation went bad.
Yeah.
It's a farmer.
Yeah.
And I think the school taxes was too high on him and his farm. So he went to the school, put a pipe bomb in the pipes in the bathroom. So the kid flushed the toilet. Boom.
Wow.
Back in the 20s, it killed all them kids in the school.
Wow.
It was only the school only but so big.
Yeah.
And people
How
understand.
How many died?
I forgot. We can Google it. It's called and the bath killing, BATHE.
And you said it's one of the worst in history.
It's one of the worst ever. All them kids died, man.
Wow, I never heard of that.
And you never hear about that because people, the media want to talk about it was been going on, not just now.
Yeah.
They got to promote fear. Go buy guns. Because the gun manufacturers control a lot of things. They control the politicians. Yo, don't vote for this bill. We'll put money on the table. Don't vote for this stuff. Don't vote for that.
Yeah.
They pay the politicians, not to vote certain thing in the House and the Senate. Now, Biden had to do executive order. That means the president could do it. He don't need to vote like that. But this case, the Senate and the House stepped up at this time because they had a hard time passing some bills. So when the Uvalde thing happened, when the kids got killed, people got very sympathetic and they passed the bill, the red flag bill.
Okay.
And let's read this bill.
Read it. I'm not hip to it. I just know I heard somebody say you can't get a gun if you have a domestic violence charge, and I have one. So I just need to.
I got one.
Yeah.
All right.
Shit.
The legislation which passed the House 234 to 193 Friday night, following Senate approval Thursday, includes incentives for states to pass so-called red flags. They allow groups to petition courts to remove weapons from people deemed a threat to themselves or others. So how do they determine a person a threat to themselves or others?
I don't know. I guess if they have let's say if you have a violent background, let's say you've been in jail before for aggravated assault or assault, they can see, well, hey, he's been locked up for beating this person up, this person.
It also states that in addition, the bill expands the existing law that prevents people convicted of domestic abuse from owning a gun to include dating partners rather than just spouses and former spouses. So if you're dating too, you can't get down with beat somebody.
That sound like me.
Okay, I'm gonna tell y'all something about this. It comes down to a person determining this.
Yeah.
A person gonna determine your right to have a gun or not.
Yeah.
And that's not good when one person can dictate what is, what ain't.
That's what we were talking about earlier. Dictatorship versus
right. The person have a right to take what you can. Right. It's infringing on your rights.
Yeah.
So the NRA, which is the National Rifle Association, they're saying, yo, this don't sound right.
Mm.
They try to control people having guns that don't have guns. Like what happened Fidel Castro.
Yeah.
So now only person have guns is the military.
You don't want
so they've been real slick with it.
They're trying to do it step by step. They can't do it all at one time.
Right.
They're gonna do it. And before you know it, ain't nobody gonna have a gun.
Right. But Fidel Castro a little different because he was going against the light-skinned Cubans and the dark-skinned Cubans.
Yeah.
The light-skinned Cuban was in bed with Bugsy Siegel in the casinos from America.
Yeah.
So he had to fight them. So they had guns. So to fight the white man, the light-skinned Cubans, he had to take their guns and bullets away.
Yeah, hold on. We got somebody calling in. Let me see what this is. One more call. We'll take 5 minutes real quick. Let's see what it is. Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Yo.
Mm-hmm.
Can you hear us?
What old boy was saying was the dude
was Armani.
Born in the 60s, the OG. What he's saying is he was trying to really say that everything ain't what it seems. You get what I'm saying?
Explain.
Like how, so basically, like he was basically trying to say that how everything's going down, like the mass shootings and stuff like that. Some of it is because of there's certain different elements to it. Not because everybody got mass shoot. Not because everybody want to do a mass shoot, but not because everybody just have mental illness or they want to go kill somebody. For instance, like if you look at it, I ain't gonna say the kids, I ain't gonna say about the kids, but if you look at it, the thing that happened in Buffalo, real quick, bro, like find out who was in that store. Find out the names of that store. Look them folks up and see what they had, see what kind of information they had, see what kind of inventions they was making.
The people in the store that was killed. You mean the people that used to in the store and just shot them up?
You referring to the victims?
The victims?
The victims.
Okay.
Find out the list of people. If you do research like that, find out the list of people. Find out what they was doing. What were they trying to do to help the planet? Because I know for a fact, black dude in there that was working on an invention that was powering cars off of water. I know that for a fact. That was in that grocery store in
Buffalo.
In Buffalo. And what he was trying to basically say was that, you know, they willing to have casualties for certain instances.
Interesting.
Okay. I didn't know that. I'm gonna look them up. I didn't know that.
Yeah, check it out.
And you was there in Vegas when the mass shooting happened in Vegas. I know you was there.
Yeah, I was in Vegas.
Yeah.
And the crazy shit about that is that the dude, I was actually at the hotel where the dude was at. The night that shooting happened, I was at that hotel. I was downstairs. So if you would have came downstairs, everybody right there would have. That's how close I was to the shoot.
Damn.
You know,
yeah, that's pretty scary.
Remember, I used to do a party tour in Vegas.
Yeah, I remember. I came out there. I'm coming back out there to shoot them guns you got too. You say you got 13 guns. I'm gonna try something out. Go ahead.
13. Come on out here, bro. You know I'm with it.
Me and JT coming to Vegas, boy.
My first time coming to Vegas.
We're going with that. You know, with that being said, though, man, it's a lot of casualties to when it comes down to money and when it comes down to certain things that happen in the United States, bro. You got to remember we are one of the only countries that they use us as fucking lab rats.
Test dummies, kind of like.
Out on.
Okay.
We are all crash dummies. Remember, this is a game of chess, bro. We pawn.
Yeah.
That's true to some degree because people trying to kill themselves coming to America also.
Yeah. Hold on 1 second, Armani. Somebody else calling. Hold on 1 second. One more call gonna be the last one. Hold on. See what this is. Hold on. Hold for us. Hello.
Hello.
Yep. This is London and JT. Who's calling?
This is AB from Jersey.
AB from Jersey.
Yeah.
All right.
What's good?
From my brother, I agree with you on the mental illness thing, my brother.
Okay, JT.
That's very real.
It starts with some of these young brothers out here in the inner city in Jersey.
Yeah.
Some of these young brothers have been traumatized since they've been born.
Yeah.
Brothers went on they grew up in broken homes. Like, you know, they come from a single mother home, and they seen their mom just getting beat and beat and beat through all their life. You know, and then, you know, first thing they think about is, you know, how can they protect their family? You know what I'm saying? So the first a young person do is, you know, they get their hands on a gun, because, you know, the man or the, you know, the woman that's abusing them when they kids, that's the first thing they, you know, gravitate to is a gun.
Yeah.
You know, to protect themselves. So, you know, the trauma that some of us have been going through since, let's say, the late 80s, the early 80s, late 70s, you know, some of these kids have just been going through so much trauma that, you know, that they have been seeing since, because, you know, the drug era. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to put it too much on that, but
no, I feel you.
I feel you on that.
What do you feel about it to be a solution? What do you think a solution to this gun violence, whether it's mass shootings or whether it's just black on black crime? What about the gun violence or control? What do you think should be done?
What do I think should be done?
Yeah, what do you think should be done?
What's a solution?
I mean, to cut back on the killings, like taking guns out of people's hands, restricting who can get them, because it's hard if nobody has a background. You don't know if he's crazy or not. Can he get a gun or not? What do you think?
That's a tough question, but I mean, you know, I don't want to say, you know, because I mean, and that your gun restrictions are a lot easier. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I don't want to feel like, you know what I'm saying, I don't want them to have no guns either.
Yeah.
But when when you're dealing with a gun, the person with a gun, you really do have to think about, you know what I'm saying, where that gun is going to go. You know what I'm saying, what type of hands is going to end up in. Maybe a little bit more, you know, stricter onto the person that's dealing with the guns and the gun. You know what I'm saying? I really don't have an answer, but
okay, that's cool. That's cool. That's cool. I mean, it is kind of hard question because there's no way to say. Because a lot of people, you know, just want guns to defend themselves. So it's kind of hard to say what they're gonna do with a gun or what's gonna happen. It's really hard to say.
Right, and the person should have a gun to defend themselves. You
right.
Know what I'm saying? Right. It's a tricky question. You know what I'm saying? Tricky answer.
Yeah, it's a double-edged sword, and you got very smart people in Senate and the House trying to figure out the same exact question. And I don't know, but I read about this Vegas thing right here on the People magazine.com. It said 59 people got slain.
Right.
And black and white people, innocent citizens. And this is what happened when you have mental illness, y'all. 59 people.
Innocent people.
This happened 2017, man. The time flew by.
Innocent people.
And this is what we got to deal with. Our government got to deal with. Trying to protect us.
Yeah.
From us.
Yeah.
Protecting us from us.
Basically.
Yeah.
You know, because some people got a little mental illness, some people got a lot of mental illness. You know, and me coming from a family like that, you know, I was fortunate, bypass me and my sister, but I go to them group sessions. You'd be surprised how them people think. Especially my mom, like, what the hell
are you talking about? Like,
that will straight kill you in that damn meeting.
Damn.
But you see people, they see demons. And
family that you come from, though. You know
say again?
Like, you know, I come from a large family, a very large family. You know, the amount of trouble that, you know, my cousins have gotten into is surpassed me and my family. But, you know what I'm saying, it's still like, you know, affects the family, you know what I mean? The whole generation. Well, I got a now just got caught with a gun. He's about to do buku time, you know what I'm saying? Like,
wow.
It's crazy, man. You know what I mean?
It's definitely crazy. I know that mental illness does play a role, but I agree on the last caller from Trey from Oakland. He was saying it's part of the culture because you have a lot of mass shootings. It is mental illness, and a lot of it is the music and the media. It's cool to be a gangster. It's cool to have a gun. It's cool. Some people think, oh, I'm a gangster. It's cool to sell drugs. It's cool to do these things. The media makes it like it's okay to have a gun and be a gangster. They make it cool. So I get the culture does play a role in some of this. It does. And mental illness does too. It's like a combination of both. We talk about mental illness, that's a mass shooting. But you have other shootings with people who do senseless killings, all of it because they want to be a gangster. I have so many homies that want to be gangsters. They want to be tough.
But like I said, the murder rate went down since 1993. Everybody got a gun.
Yeah.
So it's like a double-edged sword, man, because people got guns, they ain't gonna fuck with you.
Yeah.
Right.
So murder rate went down, but people out here murdering niggas back in the 90s. I remember back in the 90s.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They're murking niggas out here.
Yeah.
Now people like, man, I don't know if fuck with dude, man. He might be strapped. You got to think twice.
Yeah, because he don't want to get shot.
Yeah, so it's a good thing nigga got guns.
Yeah.
You know, better get caught with it than without it. So I get it. But the downside is the wrong people get a gun, they're killing a whole lot of people. It's a mass shooting now.
Exactly.
So I don't know I don't know how you deal with that. I have no idea.
It runs up in the wrong hands, you know what I'm saying?
Yep. Yeah. Well, they got rights too. They have a right to go down to the pawn shop, run their ID, boom, come back clean.
Then you have a lot of senseless violence. We walk in the club, I step on your shoes. Now we fighting. Now outside we shooting. Or I walk past you, I look at you. Now you mad. Now I got a gun. You got a gun. Now I'm shooting you. Like
because you know men. That's another part with the men and his ego.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? We don't address each other as brothers no more. You know what I'm saying?
Nope.
We don't look at as brothers no more. You know what I'm saying?
You're right.
Because of the way you've been raised now. You know what I mean? Because I don't want to say lack of father in the house, but
that's right. That's true though.
Obama said the biggest thing plaguing black people is father absence.
Yeah,
that's true.
Yeah, true.
Oh man, I mean, according to Obama, and I'm not sure how you fix that because he didn't say black people. He said families.
Yeah.
But you're right, because I mean, you know, our Caucasian brothers and sisters are on. You know, some of them grow up with our fathers too.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, on a bigger scale because more of them. So they got. I mean, people understand it's a poor white trash out there, y'all.
No, don't think it's just black men out here.
Yeah, man. They got a lot of white folks on food stamps.
Yeah.
Hey, yo. Sometimes they don't vote. They hot mess. They having a hard time living check to check too.
Just like us.
You know what I'm saying? They get foreclosed on too. They got five bankruptcy sometimes. Yeah. So people understand they the ones doing the mass shootings.
Yeah.
It ain't us. It's them.
It's just as high rate as black people. So, you know.
No, it's higher. I mean, they crack. White on white crime worse than the black on black crime.
We don't talk about it. The media doesn't say
the media don't talk nothing about it. They love talking about black on black. No, white on white is way worse.
Yeah.
It sells better. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Because, you know, man, they don't want the inner city to grow. You know what I'm saying? They don't want brothers, because there's more brothers in college than jail.
Yeah.
There's more of us in jail in college nowadays than jail. You know what I'm saying? They don't promote that either. You know what I'm saying? They don't want you to see yourself doing well. You know what I mean? They'd rather see yourself as doing something negative nowadays.
You're right.
Promote anything positive. They want us to kill each other.
That's all they want. And that's what the media keep pushing. And we got to wake up as black people to see, hey, they want us to kill each other. We already doing it. But thanks, AB from Jersey, right?
Yeah, no doubt, brother.
Man, do this, AB, man. We're going to be here every Saturday, 7 to 8, man. You hear our show, we'll send that to you. Thanks for calling in. We really appreciate that, man. For real. We need more brothers to support each other, man. We here.
Yes, sir. I agree 100%, man. From Jersey. Love y'all.
All right, AB, thanks.
No doubt.
All right, y'all. That's gonna have to be the show. It's been kind of long. Armani, I know you still here, man, but I probably gotta talk to you later. The show about to end it. But thanks for calling in, bro. You always show love. I'm gonna shout you out, Armani in Vegas. Me and JT coming to see you in Vegas, bro.
Ain't no problem, my boy. You let me know, man. Like I said,
bro, I'm telling you, bro. You're in town. We coming to see you, and we shooting some of them guns. I'm shooting some of them guns. We coming out there.
Yeah, I got them for you, man.
Right. How that little boy doing? Your son good?
Yeah, he good, man. Everybody good, man.
That's what's up.
Big, talking trash.
I gotta come out there and see it, man. Or tell me next time you come in Atlanta.
I'll be in Atlanta on the 3rd of August.
Shit, hit me up, nigga. I'm here. Hit me up. That's next month.
I got you.
All right.
Yeah, you be safe, brother.
All right, boy. I'm gonna call you when I get out here.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. That concludes our show. We pretty much done. London in the Mind Bender, JT.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, I'm gonna let y'all know. Put them on blast. Next Saturday, JT birthday. So we're gonna be here for JT birthday, man. Y'all call in next Saturday, 7 to 8. Okay. Do an hour. Thanks everybody for calling in. BLDradio.com. Thanks, man. If you called in, I appreciate it. Great topic, great different views from a lot of people. We heard a lot of good answers, man. So thank y'all for calling in every Saturday, 7 to 8. BLD Radio. Got your boy London in.
JT, Dr. Mind Bender.
Dr. Mind Bender, you whores. Hey, clap for the show. Clap it up for the show. Clap it up for the show. All right, man. We done, man. Y'all. Thanks,
all right, y'all. Been real.
It's been real. Thanks, y'all, man. For real. All right. We out.
Stay out of trouble.
Ooh, okay. I like that shit.
That was pretty good.
That was great, actually.
Very professional.
Yeah, man. But a lot of people call it great. Hey, we had a lot of people call it. I like the call in. We still on here.
Professional. It's more Breakfast Club shit.
Hey, still got we still streaming live. What's up? We still on here? Kareem. Yo, we done.
We done, brother.
I know we went past the hour a little bit. I'm trying to win stop it. We went past the hour. I said we stopped. We finished. We stopped. We went past the hour like about 10 minutes. Hey, yeah, man, that was a good show. Was any of your people that go in?
I think 1 or 2 of them was.
Okay. I was about to say from Jersey.